Holy cow, we're live from Dakota Ice Arena in Shakopee. Special greetings from Coach Tranby. Tonight's contest, SPL10A, is going to play their first D6 home game. And that opponent tonight will be Bloomington Jefferson. Roughly 2 weeks ago, before the Blaine tournament in the Super Rink, SPL defeated Jefferson in Bloomington, then had to play 5 games in 4 days. Actually 6. They are here from Lee Center, Minnesota. A special welcome to Jimmy and Susie. Thanks for coming, kids. Zamboni drivers cleaning up the last of the ice. We're at 6:01. Officials have set the nets. And as soon as the doors close, we will begin pregame. Pre-game interview indicated that we will have the same lineups and rotation as our previous contest. SPL coming off a 3-1 record. The Hopkins Raspberry Jam Tournament. In net tonight, rotation, it'll be Sienna Newman. Well, the hot topic before the game, and you probably won't believe this, but it was the Dakota Deli's banana bread. I lost track of how many of our 10A whippersnappers were eating banana bread before the game, but it was several. SPL will be in white uniforms tonight. Jefferson will be in their baby blues. I spent some time before the game trying to think, if we were to have a mascot, what in the world should our mascot be? Our colors are black, white, gray. So you start thinking about animals. The SPL Pandas, the SPL Seals, or would you rather go with something with sugar in it, the SPL Oreos? Now that Shakopee and Prior Lake will have an off season to try and put together season 2, they'll have a lot more time to discuss some of the finer details, and we'll see if they come up with something, anything, or if they're just content with SPL. If you're familiar with geography, you know that S could stand for Savage, as this technically is the Savage Prior Lake Shakopee. So it should be SSPL. I bet you didn't think about that. Or it could be SPLS. "20 seconds remaining. I recognize one of our officials this evening. It is John, who runs a AAA program out of this facility in the spring and summer. Former hockey coach. I have no idea who he's partnered with tonight. SPL is going to wait for Jefferson to do their cheer, and now they're on stage putting on a performance here for the crowd. Sold out attendance here tonight, standing room only. All right, now pregame sponsor is the Little Dandy down in Lee Center. Moon starting center. Lundbohm right wing. Tramby left. Ozentowski and Menden. Menden at the point. She'll chip it back in. Bloomington tries to chip it out. Menden try to attack, got it knocked away. Lundbohm kicks it into the corner. Puck slides out. And SPL is going to have to regroup on the left side of the ice, and somehow somebody without the puck thought it was migration season. Go south. Hold your horses. Winter isn't over yet. Line change. Rotman, Peterson, and Bailey. They'll be partnered. And there's a trip. No call. Anderson flips it out, trying to get to Bailey. Now Rotman will punch it out. Jefferson unable to hold the point, and Bailey's off to the races here with 1 to beat. Bailey right circle, shot, glove save, puck loose behind. Rotman picks up the puck behind the net. Shot from Peterson, save. And we'll get a whistle at 11:37. So a good start for the second line here for SPL. Putting pressure on Jefferson. In comes Borsheim, Byrne, and Franks. Jefferson up the right side. Franks knocks it loose. Menden chips it up to Franks. Franks work on the left side. Poke check, knocked away. Jefferson will chip it in. Ozentowski will look for an exit. Now chips it out to Franks. Borsheim trying to work out of the corner. Knocks it out to Byrne. Byrne tied up on the boards. And now Menden will skate up the left side. Flips it off the boards. Went off the back of Frank's skate, so she wasn't able to take off with any momentum. Now Borsheim and Byrne battle for the puck. Jefferson picks up the loose puck, gets knocked away. Tranby. Borsheim and Byrne. Stick save by Newman. Ozentowski battles on the board. We've got 4 Jefferson players here on the left side. Puck knocked away. Menden behind the net. Menden's going to try and skate it out. Gets it knocked away, stays with it. Jefferson unable to control. Menden will dump it in at 9:55, and SPL will go for a change. And John just hit the deck. And he's laughing and smiling. Shot deflected, puck loose in the slot, kicked out. Now Lundbohm up the left side. Lundbohm gets knocked off the puck. Aubrey Moon behind the net, gets pushed from behind, and that was interesting. No call is a forearm shove to the back sent Moon. Maybe the officials forgot to warm up the whistles. Menden dumps it in, 8:48. SPL line change. Puck went off of Rotman's skate, deflected. Peterson unable to advance. And then we got offsides on Jefferson, 8:29. This coffee break is brought to you by English Toffee. Jefferson left boards, can't get by Menden. Loose puck. Inbound shot goes off the back of SPL leg. Ozentowski will try and work out of the corner, tries to center around, and was fortunate that got by Jefferson. Rotman gets tackled from behind. I don't know why we have officials at this point. And now Ozentowski, loose puck. He's going to try and send it down ice and passes it right to Jefferson as SPL's going for a change. Jefferson at the point will dump it in. Ozentowski will kick it out. Borsheim. Back to Anderson. Anderson up to Borsheim. Borsheim will dump it in. And Borsheim, it's 1-on-5. Saby steps up. Puck loose. Byrne tried to send it in. Anderson's shot goes wide. Tranby. That goes off a stick. Back to Anderson. Anderson sends a shot. Pad save. Tranby in the corner. Tranby to Byrne. Puck loose. And Byrne kicked it just wide right. Saby steps up. Second attempt. Dumps it in the slot. Now Jefferson's in business. 2-on-2. Shot, and that went wide right behind the net. And Byrne trying to work out of the corner. Jefferson from the slot. Centering pass is going to come all the way out. Neutral ice, and now Bloomington's going to have to retreat at 6:15. Aubrey Moon knocks it loose, but Byrne was on a vacation. Well, that's not true. It wasn't a vacation. It was a offsides. I was trying to come up with something creative to say she was like on vacation in the North Country. Aubrey Moon on the boards. Lundbohm and Menden. Menden retreats. Menden around left side, gets it knocked away. Hands off to Aubrey Moon. Now Moon in the corner, got Lundbohm set up out front. Jefferson kicked out. And Jefferson gets it stolen by Addie Menden. Now Menden with a full head of steam up the right side. Menden will kick it in. 5:15. Defense will change. Puck loose in the slot. In comes Peterson. Peterson gets knocked down. And a nice stick by Moon to keep it alive. Rotman behind the net. Out to Franks. Anderson sends a shot that goes off the shoulder of a defenseman. Now the battle in the corner. Savy, wonderful job. Rotman off Frank's skates, and now Jefferson will send it the length of the ice at 4:25. That'll be icing. Sounds like a herd of buffalo. Rotman with the face-off. Shot Anderson, that goes wide. Byrne in the corner. Rotman, loose puck, gets tripped, and now we'll get a call. .415, and SPL is going to go on a power play. No score, period one. Rotman, Byrne. What are we doing? We got 5. Tried to send out 2 players who already got 5 on the ice. Rotman face-off. Shot by Tramby. Byrne battles, gets hooked and dumped. Menden battles. And Ozentowski will circle the wagons here. Ozentowski up the left side, got it knocked away. Franks. Heads to the bench, and now let's see if we can get something going here on the power play, ladies. Aubrey Moon heads to the slot, and look out. Backhand attempt, save, and now the rebound. Aubrey Moon, I believe, unassisted. First shot, no go. Second shot, chips in. And the leading goal scorer for SPL, Aubrey Moon. we'll get the 10A Whippersnappers, the Pandas, on the board. You could just see the play developing, the play coming. Tranby up the left side. Moon, another shot. That goes wide. Lundbohm behind the net. Circles. Hits the brakes. Jefferson trying to bust it out. And the official's going to call offsides. Must have better vision than I do. I'm about the same distance away from the puck that the official was, just a higher level. Maybe that's advantage me. 3:01, back to 5-on-5. Tranby steals the puck. Shot that goes off the crossbar and floats into the corner. Battle on the boards. Moon comes away with it. Moon to the net. Moon shot, pad save. Another shot. Puck loose. Jefferson trying to bust it out. In comes Peterson. And now Tranby trying to work out the left side. Knocked down by Moon. Punched out, neutralized. Moon's got Peterson. And Moon will be content with chipping into the corner. And we'll get a line change. And Peterson hustles all the way behind. Knocks the puck loose. Out to the slot. Bailey's shot. Pad save. Back to Bailey. Bailey hustles. Shot goes wide. Borsheim, Peterson, Sabian, Anderson. And this time Jefferson able to clear, neutralize. They'll change it up as Anderson sends it back to Sabi. Sabi across the blue line, loses the handle, but Borsheim is there. Kicks it back to Sabi. Sabi shot, and Sabi passed over. To Bailey. I think. And 129. SPL claims the lead. Menden will try and dump it in. Knocked down. Frank's shot. Kick behind Rotman. Tried to flip it out to Byrne. Ozentowski off the boards. Just behind Byrne. Rotman comes in. Now Jefferson trying to work it to the left side. And I think there was a little miscommunication between Menon and Ozentowski trying to figure out who's mostly responsible. Menden had hit the Jets. Jefferson dumps it in right side. There's 30 seconds remaining in period one. Ozentowski runs into trouble. Spent too much time dancing around, and a wonderful block by Byrne. Rebound shot and a save, Newman. Puck loose. Kicked out. 14 seconds left. And another block. And now the puck is up the left side. Franks chips it down the ice. Jefferson controls at the left side. And the horn didn't sound on the whistle, so the official had to blow it. So a little technical difficulty here at the scoreboard. Here, ranked 2 in Dakota. Well, outside of 1 penalty. The overall officiating sentiment is that they're letting them play. There's been penalties on both sides that could have easily been called. We're having discussions. Would you rather have the officials control the game, call every infraction, and then you run out of ice time and you have 5+ minutes not able to finish the game? Or do you let the play go? I don't know the answer. Special guest with us now, 12UB1 Black, player of the game, coming off their victory in New Prague. Alexa Ozentowski, who scored 7 goals on 7 shots, all from the red line at neutral ice. These shots were so amazing that nobody could ever see them. And I went back and I watched the video, and it looked like her grandpa Solik was wearing invisible and magical powers and throwing the puck in the back of the net on her behalf. Period 2 underway. Jefferson pressuring, trying to get it out of the corner. On the ice is Moon, Saby, Anderson. Puck loose in the slot, backhanded. That was a nice pass, but kicked out by Anderson. Tramby and Lundbom.
There you go.
Tramby on the boards. And Jefferson able to work back the other way. Stolen by Moon, who got pushed over. You could just see the body language of the official thinking, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else a penalty is if that wasn't. Moon trying to work behind the net, centering pass, puck loose. Saby steps up, winds, fires, bouncing puck save, and now we'll get a cover and a whistle. 11:47. We see a few extra swings with the sticks taking place. It's getting chippy. It's getting chippy. Rotman wins the face-off and sends it over to the casino. Addie Menden says, I got some chips in my pocket. I'll play this. Ozentowski kicks it out and then gets tripped in the corner. Loose puck. Ozentowski chips it out, and that goes right to Rotman. Rotman up the right side, kicks it ahead. He's got Peterson and Bailey set up. Centering pass, intercepted by Jefferson. And now SPL's going to have to get out of the zone, and they can't. A lot of sugar in it. The flavor is supposed to be English toffee.
No, I said it tastes like English coffee.
10:43, period 2. Do. Franks pressures, puck in the loose slot, save, Newman. Another save, rebound, kicked out. Now Franks trying to work out of the corner, centering pass from Jefferson. Shot from the top of the circle. Now Byrne will skid it out right side. Nope, that's Saby. Savy kicks it ahead. She's going to try and chase it down. Is now burned behind Borsheim. Too much curve in her stick. Anderson flips it back. If it was a chip shot, it would have been perfect. Settled right on the flag. And this will be icing on Jefferson at 9:35. How would you feel if I flipped to the second period, kids? If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. This is not a professional broadcast. This is amateur. Moon face-off, kicks it back to Ozentowski, who sends it right off Moon. Nothing better than a, hey, thanks for passing me the puck, and drilling a shot into their back. Thanks, buddy. Jefferson working up the right side. Menden intercepts. Menden hits the brakes. Knocked away. Jefferson in the slot. And able to kick it into the corner. Franks comes in to help, unless that's Tranby, which it is. Shot goes wide, centering pass, kicked out. Menden gets pinched. Bloomington kicks it ahead, one to beat. Bloomington in the slot, shot, and what a save, Newman. But the rebound is kicked in. And at 8:43, Jefferson is going to get on the board. If I remember correctly, in the previous matchup, it was a 3-0 victory for SPL. So this is Jefferson's first goal against SPL. Rotman behind the net. Kicked out to Peterson. And Jefferson will dump it in, and they've got two teammates wrong side of the blue. Maybe they messed up when they designed a hockey rink. Maybe they should have made the blue lines the color red, like danger, hey, pay attention to me, and made the center line blue. Rotman wins the faceoff and then carries the puck all the way down. Rotman shot, blocker save. Peterson, shot blocked. Bailey passes up to Rotman, wraparound backhand try, kicked out, shot, Peterson saved, and now a cover and a whistle. We'll get an offensive face-off here, 8 minutes. Rotman face-off. Jefferson controls. Trying to get by Menden. And the official is going to call Menden for contact. So it's 7:46. Down a goal. Jefferson's going to go on a power play. On the ice is Savy, Moon, Ozentowski, and Borsheim. Shot Ozentowski goes wide. So a good rush, shorthanded. One minute remaining. Penalty kill. Ozentowski off the boards. Aubrey Moon now with a 1 to beat. Passes over to Borsheim. Borsheim into the right corner. Borsheim's shot. That goes wide and behind the net. So 2 scoring chances for SPL. Unable to hit the net. And a shot and a goal by Jefferson here, and we'll capitalize on the power play with 27 seconds remaining on the penalty. Comes at 6:42, and we're tied.
How long are the league penalties?
Minute 30.
Really? How long am I? 2?
Minute 30. All D6 penalties are a minute 30. I think until you get that. For sure, high school, JV. Anderson steps up. Jefferson knocks it down. Jefferson and Anderson collide. Jefferson behind the net. Vernon Franks hanging out, top of the slot, shot, and rebound. You can almost see that one coming as SPL. Too many blue skaters down around the net and not enough white skaters. And now, after a horrible second period here for SPL, is trailing 3-2 after being up 2-0 in the first. Moon flips it ahead, kicked out. Moon regains. Now Lundbaum will pass it out to Menden. And down the ice it'll go. Ozentowski chips it off the boards. Moon trying to get there. Jefferson will attempt to dump it back in. That's probably fortunate as they had a player offside. And now Aubrey Moon up the right side. He's got Tranby set up in front. Backhand goes all the way into the corner. Tranby sends it back. Moon's shot goes behind the net. Ozentowski decides to sit down and have a picnic now with Aubrey Moon. Jefferson didn't like the odds of the left side exit, so they tried the right side. Now back to the left side. Ozentowski will ship it ahead. Borsheim battling in the corner, trying to dig it out. Puck free. Tranby flips it out, trying to get it to Peterson. Shot Ozentowski, goes wide. Puck loose. Kicked back out to Menden. Menden from the slot. Shot deflected. Borsheim's trying to center. Kicks it around. Menden cuts over. Menden sends it behind. Borsheim behind the net. Menden on the boards will kick it around. Tranby centering pass deflected. Now Jefferson will skate it out. Jefferson up the left side. And now Borsheim and Peterson will try and find an exit here. Tranby intercepts at the blue line, but Jefferson able to hold. Now Tranby up the left side. Tranby shot from the circle. Kicked out by the glove. Peterson trying to center. Gets tied up behind the boards, and Jefferson will skate it out. Rotman pass just out of reach of Peterson. Jefferson will dump it in. That'll be icing at 3:14, 3:13, 3:12. I've been on a roll lately with clock operators after the whistle blow. It's kind of like watching a golfing putt trickle, and you're wondering if it's going to stop or keep going. Rotman face off. Burn back to Anderson. Anderson's shot. High stick, no call. Rotman tries to center. Burn deflected into the corner. Rotman centering pass picked up by Jefferson. And Jefferson will skate it out. No, it's awfully close to being offside. But what do I know? I'm just a dad who didn't play hockey. Verger. 2:25 period 2. Saby behind the net. Saby chips it out. Bloomington controls. They'll dump it in. Deflected off of Anderson. Anderson unable to get it out. Hits the deck. Backhand wraparound try. Unsuccessful. .158 offsides Jefferson. Franks punches it ahead in hot pursuit. Moon on the boards. Jefferson punches it in. Ozentowski steps up and then absolutely gets crushed by two Jefferson players. Another no call. Franks on the boards. Franks hits the deck. Jefferson circling, looking for daylight. Knocked away by Franks. Clock operator is and the parents are yelling, "Hey, start the clock." Start the clock! And after about a 3-minute or so delay, the clock is back in action here. I don't know if you could hear all the parents yelling, "Start the clock, start the clock." I think one of the SPL parents called down. All right, 1:30 left, and Addy Minnen's going to blow all the way down the left side. Heads to the net, shot, and just made that look too easy. Now the clock operator is going to let the clock run, which is probably a fair assessment here. Now the clock stops. So that was wild and goofy. .114 remaining. Borsheim wins the face-off. Borsheim behind the net. Shot saved. Puck loose behind the net. Tranby pressures. Puck kicked out. Jefferson hits the deck. Now Saby will have to retreat with just under a minute. Saby backhands. Jefferson will send it around. Peterson steps up. And that shot goes wide. Tranby up the boards, kicks it, center ice. Peterson trying to hit the Jets. Peterson shot from the circle, stick save. Jefferson kicked out. Now 1-on-2 Jefferson. And Anderson comes away with the puck. Behind the net, gets stripped from Jefferson. And a little frustrating slash. Passed in the front off the left post. And the puck was still loose. And now a crazy end to period number 2 as the whistle, the horn sounds. And the puck is sitting in the crease a foot away from the red line.
My dear mother is listening.
I doubt it.
Really? She was listening to it in the car.
Slacker.
In case she is, Mother, if you can hear me, can you please unpause my phone? Because I love you so much. Anyways, okay, John's the ref? Our ref. The ref is John.
Well aware.
After this, when they're getting like unready in the locker room, can we go get a smoothie?
After this, you want me to go get you a smoothie?
No, I'll go with you.
Where? Well, if they're open. Pretty sure they close at 7. If you want one now, you better go.
What time? How long is the period?
About 15 minutes. I would go now. All right, well then you're out of luck.
Okay, fine, I'll go.
Okay, well, make up your mind. Okay, great. Don't lose that. All right, we flip around to the right side of the ice. Remember back in the day when there were like tobacco sponsors? Candy cigarettes. Rotman face-off, negotiates her way through traffic, chips it in. Period 3, 3-3. Pile up in the corner, Rotman battles. Byrne chips it around. Bailey. Backhands, knocked down. Jefferson. Jefferson up the left side, and we'll send it cross ice into the corner. Anderson gonna sashay her way around, gets it knocked away. Rotman and Byrne cover. And Jefferson in the corner. Kicked it out. Tranby pressures. Puck comes loose. I lied. That's Bailey. Boy, I got a bad habit of doing that. And now Sabia will step up. We'll dump it ahead to Jefferson. As SPL goes for change. Now Sabia steps up. Keeps it alive. Moon battling in the corner. Loose puck, and comes Lundbohm. And now our official is going to call a check here. Must be the feisty Irish in number 5, Little Moon. That's going to give Jefferson at 11:20 power play. We've got 13 minutes remaining on the ice time. I've got a feeling like we're going to run out of time. Penalty kill team: Franks, Peterson, Menden. Menden flips out to Peterson. Jefferson chips it in. Ozentowski heads over. Now flips it back to Peterson. Peterson gets it knocked away. Ozentowski kicks up to Franks. Franks gets it knocked away. Jefferson will dump it in, and we are offsides. 54 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. I don't quite understand at this age how I think we're skating backwards. From the top of the red circle, bouncing puck, bounces behind the net. Kicked nowhere. Ozentowski in the corner, gets tied up, now comes free. Tries to flip it around. Jefferson's there, backhanded right into the slot. Shot goes wide. 20 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Ozentowski will kick it out. Back to Ozentowski. Now Ozentowski tries to find some daylight, runs into the back of Franks. Not able to advance. 5 seconds remaining, penalty kill. Byrne on the ice. Bloomington from the circle, shot, save. Ozentowski chips it out. And now we'll get our own pass. Borsheim able to punch it up the ice. Now we got a potential 2-on-1. Borsheim pass, intercepted by Bloomington. Bailey looking for an exit, will pass it backwards down the ice. Saby has to retreat at 9:20. And I'm not sure why that's not a penalty, as Saby got a right forearm shove as she hit the deck. Borsheim neutral ice.
Nice job, Harper! Woo!
Borsheim knocks it in. She'll head to the bench. Bailey in hot pursuit. Jefferson passes out left side. Rotman pressures. Chipped out by Lundbohm. Now Rotman off to the races at the right side. Got Tranby set up. Tranby gets knocked off the puck. Stays with it. Tranby from the corner trying to flip it out. Back to the corner. Puck comes all the way across the ice. Lundbohm trying to hold the line. Rotman slides a puck to the right side of the net. Kicked out. Anderson. Shot. That goes wide. Now Tranby tried to center. Went off a shin pad. And now Jefferson is simply going to ice the puck. Here at 8:01. Nine minutes remaining. What kind of smoothie did you get? Did you offer her to get your grandparents anything? Sounds pretty selfish to me. Well, sometimes I wonder, Aubrey Moon behind the net, I ask myself, is this just how Kaiser Shot girls behave? Moon will keep it alive, dump it in. Bailey behind the net sends it around. Moon looking for daylight, gets it knocked away. Now Jefferson trying to weave through traffic. Lost the handle and a nice pass. Ozentowski over to Moon. Couldn't quite get the handle on it. Now loose in the corner. Aubrey Moon. Bailey gets pinched. Peterson comes in, and now Ozentowski intercepts. And possible daylight, gets by one, needs to get by one more. That's going to be a trip, and now we're going to get a call. Ozentowski's going to draw the penalty, 6:46. You can just see that one coming. We'll see if a penalty shot is awarded. Well, she was well in front of the defender. It's pretty rare that at this age they call a penalty shot for whatever reason.
I got a penalty shot my first year, 10 years.
Oh, I know. You got tackled from behind. Like you were a ball carrier. So SPL on the power play with Franks, Byrne, Borsheim, Saby right D. And Anderson left. Jefferson able to clear, punches it out. Now Jefferson trying to attack from the corner. And Anderson from the corner. Going to try the long way, hits the brakes. And we'll flip it up to Franks. Franks' nifty move. Franks up the left side. Franks shot deflected. And a save cover whistle, 5:57. 42 seconds remaining on the power play. There is 6 minutes remaining ice time. Rotman face off. Tranby in the corner. Rotman heads shot from the circle deflected, goes behind the net. Lundbom. Savy pinches. Rotman covers. Bouncing puck. And now Jefferson will head cross neutralize, cross the red, cross the blue. Heads to the net, shot, save. Newman, puck loose and kicked out by Anderson. Jefferson looking for an avenue, finds teammate, neutralize. 5:07 on the clock. Shot from the slot, that goes off of Savy's skate and deflects in on the left side of Newman, and at 5:01, Jefferson will regain the lead here. Now down a goal, your challenge is you've only got 5 minutes of ice time. Mendon up to Moon. Moon's got Peterson right side. Moon will skate in the corner. Moon lost the handle. Jefferson sends it around. Peterson in the corner. Ozentowski steps up. Jefferson knocks it down. Mendon looking for an outlet. Flips it up to Peterson. Peterson. Puck settles just in front of the blue line. Mendon will dump it in. Jefferson will kick it out. And a good stick by Moon, preventing Jefferson from going anywhere. We got 4 minutes game clock, 4 minutes ice time. And Jefferson's going to head up the right side. And now knocked away by Peterson. Moon tries to flip it off the board. The reinforcements too strong coming off the bench for Jefferson. Well, that was goofy there at the blue line as Ozentowski hits the brakes. Flips it out to Peterson. Now a tie up on the boards. And that should have been a trip on Ozentowski, no call. She got beat and burned. Reached out with her stick instead of moving her feet. Got away with one there. 3 minutes remaining. Aubrey Moon, one-on-one. Aubrey Moon's shot goes wide and into the corner. Nobody home for SPL. Jefferson will skate it. Offensive zone. That shot, blocker save, puck loose behind. Now Anderson will try and skate it out. Anderson across the blue line. Lost the handle, down to her knees. Borsheim picks it up, centering pass. Puck loose on the crease. Kicked out. Anderson knocked it free. Frank's shot deflected. Byrne can't find the puck now on it. Byrne got hooked, spun out like a NASCAR race car. There's 2 minutes remaining as Saby holds, pass to Franks. Franks shot, top of the circle, puck loose and kicked out. Now Jefferson, pass ahead and a nice save Newman and defense by Anderson. We've got 1 minute remaining, 1:45 game clock. Ice time shows 1 minute. SPL down a goal, 4-3. Franks gets it knocked away. Anderson gets pushed off the puck. Byrne skates over. SPL caught a change. Aubrey Moon off the bench. Now Lundbohm. Now Menden intercepts. Neutralized. Across the blue line. Puck loose behind the net. SPL's pulled the goalie. And now we got 6 skaters. 1:06 on the game clock. Puck loose behind the net. Rotman pressures. And now we got 4 attackers. Rotman in the corner. Out to Menden. Menden will chip it back in. Rotman intercepts. Got Moon set up out front. Backhand. Puck loose. Puck still loose. Kicked out. Ozentowski sends it in. Kicked off a skate. Peterson can't get there. Back to Ozentowski. Passes up to Moon in the corner. Moon intercepts. And the ice time clock and the game time clock are almost simultaneous as Menden tries to kick it in. Pass kicked out. Menden intercepts. Now there's 10 seconds left. Menden up the left side. Menden in the corner. Lost the handle. Jefferson will try and pop it out. There's 3 seconds left, and SPL's going to go down in defeat here. Their first home game is their first home loss, and a disappointing showing here for the 10A Whippersnappers. Up 2-0 in the first period, and then completely fell apart in the second, giving up 3 goals and another in the third. So SPL10A is going to fall back down in the D6 standings. And no more banana bread for these girls before a game. It's bad luck. Well, thanks for tuning in. We've got action sometime this week. I don't know when. Just trying to get through today.
Oh, my game? On Thursday?
You have a game Thursday?
Yeah.
Great. Well, my little statistician here says we got a game SPL 12 UB1 Black Thursday. Who do you play?
No clue.
They're going to play the No Clue Knights from
California.
from Lake Muskie, as far as you know. All right, well, let's do what the shepherd said to the sheep and get the flock out of here.